problem. Money for me was never a problem. You know, I see people comment on comment on social media and say, oh, uko na bahati ya do, wewe sijui ulikuwa na bahati, sijui wewe ni pesa tu, kama ingekuwa pesa ungekuwa hapo. Hey, guys, I don't want to brag, but let me tell you something. Ata Baha akinimit when we used to hang out. Tukimit leo, I have this car. Tukimit kesho, next week, any other day, I have a different car. And one day Baha kaniulizanga, hizi magari unatoanga wapi? Of course hatukuwa tumejuana hivyo sana, cause alikuwa anajua mimi sikuwa na work. We used to talk, nini niko home, niko nini, but I used to live the life. I used to wear nice clothes. Yani hata nikwambia mimi nilikuwa naenda shopping, nafanya shopping na stack fridge mpaka uwezi funga fridge. Literally, that was my life. Na hata nikwambia this money, okay, I'm jumping, but this is what my emotions are telling me. Wacha niwaambie, hii pesa ya kupatiwa, hii pesa ya haraka, let me tell you, you don't think of saving, you don't think of, unajua, let me save this money, let me open a biashara, let me do this, because the money is used to coming. Kuna mtu anakupea 30k, kuna mtu anakupea 10k, kuna mtu anakupea 20k huko. So by the time unagather, my life was, I go, spend money, buy clothes, buy shoes. I go look at my house. I had everything. Look at my house na shanga. Hizi shandalia zimekaa hapa. Si nizi change. Ni change shandalia. Guys, that was my life. So Baha used to ask me, unatoa gari, hizi magari nini? So I lied to him, nikamwambia, because I used to date a guy who also had a fleet of cars. He was alikuwa anafanya stories za kahaya, so ndio alikuwa ananipatianga, ananiambia leo utatumia hii gari, so ananiambia kesho utarudisha hiyo, utachukua hii nini. So that was the life, yeah. So nikamwambia I may have a fleet of cars, I hire out cars nini, because he doesn't know me, unajua. So nilikuwa namdanganya tu hivyo, but of course deep down alikuwa anajua hapana huyu dem. Yeah, so and I remember at some point I was even a side chick to a married guy. And guys, like I'm saying, I'm not telling you this because I'm proud of what I did. I am telling you this because they are facts of my life. And I want to encourage someone and tell someone that you don't have to live life the way you're living. Yeah. So I used to date this guy who was married. And let me tell you, I liked that guy sana. And I remember at some point he liked me too, and I remember at some point aliniambianga, D, I will not lie to you that I'm going to leave my wife for you, but if you want and you want this to work and you want us to to settle down, and unajua, all I can do is I promise you that I'm going to get you a car under your name. I'm going to get you a house under your name. And akaniuliza unataka kuwa na watu wangapi? Mimi nikamwambia I want to have 3 kids. Akaniambia now I can give you 3 kids. I can give you 1 kid, you know. And I was okay. Mimi nilikuwa sawa. Me, as long as, let me tell you, I was a side chick, but the guy was good. Mimi sitadanganya hapa nini ama nini. And let me tell you, you see, once you're a side chick, kuna rules, kuna dating rules. Kuna ile you cannot call that guy past these hours. Unajua, kuna time kama Father's Day, kuna time ya birthday ya wife, kuna time ya sijui weekends, kuna time, hizo times hawezi call, hizo weekends akona wife, but kuna Father's Day wife mpaka treat, kuna birthdays za wife alikuwa anatravelishwa globally around the world nini. So kulikuwa na kale kanyongo, kale ni kawaru kinyongo enye ulikuwa nasikia. So that was my life, unajua, but it was a life of it was a roller coaster. Unajua, kuna time uko down, kuna time una feel like kwani you're not pretty enough, you're not beautiful enough to get a man for yourself. Unajua, kulikuwa na times kwa hiyo roller coaster, unajua uko juu una feel ma road trips, ma drinks, ma nini, mnaenda kule, mnapewa do, unapewa nini. But ukishapatiwa do, ukishaenda kwako unalala, unajiuliza, is this the kind of life that I want to live? Me being a side chick, me being with a guy who's married, As in, I used to ask myself, if I get married, will I be comfortable? As in, would I want my husband to have a side chick? Let me tell you, I was very cautious about everything. And I remember one day I had this friend of mine, na nikamwambia, mi taki story, mi nataka kuambia huyo msee tuachane. Akaniambia, mi ningekuwa wewe, mi siwezi fanya hivyo. For once, najua mi nilikuwa namwambia, mi imagine, mi nikikuwa married, mi siwezi taka kufanyiwa hivi. Unajua, na akaniambia, for once, you like thinking about other people. Ati, yes, huyo wife si akona nyumba yake, si akona gari yake, si akona sijui nini. Wewe mbona, wewe si wewe ukaa chini, wewe ngoja hata wewe upati. Wewe make sure kama unamuacha uko na nyumba ndio your name, uko na sijui nini. But let me tell you guys, kulikuwa na ile ya, no, you can do better. You know, you can do better. At the same time, you want a good life, you can do better. Sasa umwache alafu uende usafe. But anyway, let me tell you, these things don't work. And it's just for a season. It's just for a while. Itafika mahali akudump, achukue mtu mwingine. Ama itafika mahali mkosanie sijui nini, ikwe nini. Because at the end of the day, they don't have anything to lose. You're the one who has everything to lose. You lose that guy, you lose that pesa kidogo yenye alikuwa nakupatia. This guy goes to the wife, akamemjengea nyumba, amemfanyia kila kitu nini. So nilijipata in that situation a couple of times. And hey, let me tell you, now this guy, there's this specific guy, tulienda naye mahali. And I remember he was somewhere looking at his projects, supervising his projects. And that day, guys, I will not even lie to you, that I can't even remember the date, but I remember I scribbled. Nilikuwa nimeka mahali na mngojea a supervise projects, angalie watu vile wako, wakazi wake nini kwa ground. So mimi nimeenda tuka, nimempeleka road trip kawaida nini. So nimeka mahali, and I remember I took a stone and I scribbled down and I wrote the date. Sikumbuki ilikuwa lini, na nikamwambia God, nikamwambia God, one day, I am not proud of my life. I am not proud of what I am doing. But give me a husband. Give me a man who is going to love me for me, who is going to appreciate me for me. And let me tell you, just to fast forward, kuna details mingi sana nawacha because I don't want this story to be long. Let me fast forward. The same day is when Bahati called me. The same day is when Bahati called me. I'm not saying he called me because ati sasa atakuwa husband wangu. He called me to fanya music video. Alikuwa amepatiwa namba na mtu mwingine. So akaniita, akaniambia and that day I remember nilikuwa natoka hiyo place. I was somewhere out of town. So nilikuwa nenda na nikaenda tao kumeet ndio tupange about the video shoot. And we met on a Friday, the very, very same day, and the next day we were shooting the mapenzi video. And after that, to cut the long story short, wachini niwaambie, tukaanza hang out, tukaanza kufanya, you guys know, not just snippets of what I'm talking about. Started hanging out, we started doing things together, nini, and then now it gets to this point and Bahati tells me, unajua we are dating, we've just been hanging out. Ananiambia Bahani mtu anapenda company sana. Unajua that's when unapatanga zingine kuna wisdom. Saa zingine kuna unajua a few people here and there. So ulikuwa unapata that time alikuwa anaishi na Wiz. But sasa we used to hang out a lot. For me, I didn't have it in mind that I'd ever date this guy because he was young. Unajua ile mentality. He was young. For me, he was just a buddy to hang out with, you know. And me used to date, me used to have people left, right, and center. I will not even lie. And let me tell you, when I'm beginning to be with Baha and hanging out with him and Nini, Bahati was different. Bahati was the guy I wanted in my life. He used to speak life. He used to talk about, unajua, his life, where he's coming from, about God, about he had hopes.